It's like a typhoon and tornado and hurricane together. I hope it's not that he grew up into it, then just having a bad day or something.
I mean, he's almost 2.5 years old, so I guess it's normal.
Yeah.
But he's testing us. I still have his snot here. We just put him to sleep, but it was difficult. Anyhow, we're here. We're here to talk about how we met. We just had a great dinner. Apart from Kai being around and running and causing troubles, we had a great raclette dinner. If you are in Switzerland, you know what we mean by raclette. If you're not in Switzerland, you might have heard raclette. It's a cheese. It's a cheese dinner. It's a cheese dinner.
You melt the cheese, drop it onto a potato, and then you eat it together. So.
And you can add other things.
Yeah.
We show you how it was quickly. Tomo may not be aware, but I was celebrating by myself our anniversary.
I did suspect it, but I don't remember.
Exactly.
Was it today? No. Well,
It's
like
around
13.
these days. We met 7 years ago. I think it's perfect time to talk about how we met.
Yeah, so apparently there are different versions to the story, although it ends up in one. Yeah, yours is more the main story, and then I come into like a
You're the side player.
Yeah, psychic. Yeah.
It was 2013, somewhere around summer. My friend was talking about a story that involved some Japanese people in it. And then I said, I love Japanese people. And I said it so naturally, and she stopped and she looked at me. Bilge, I need to introduce you to someone. I was like, okay. You know, I didn't think of anything of it, and after a while she reminded me the same, and I said, okay, show me a picture. And I looked at a picture of Tomo from Facebook, which was not much visible because he was either wearing a helmet or the picture was too small, I don't know. But yeah, I couldn't get anything out of that picture. Fine. And I forgot about it, but my friend didn't forget about it. So she reminded me again, and she said, you know, you should meet. I said, okay, fine, I can meet him, but I'm not going to meet him in a setting where I have to be alone with him and say hello, you know, kind of a blind date. I said, you know, if we get together in a group of friends, I can get to know him. And she said, okay, I'm gonna organize it. I said, fine, but I had one condition, that he would not know anything about this. And my friend said, fine. And yeah, that was my friend, and my friend's boyfriend was Tomo's friend. So that was quite a organization from their side, let's say.
Yeah.
Then?
Oh yeah, I mean, she kept that promise quite well.
They didn't tell you anything?
Yeah. But somehow this thing popped up between me and my friend to do us the sushi evening. Yeah, okay, let's get, I don't know, 5-6 people around and just do a sushi one evening. Okay, yeah, I can make sushi. And then he at some point came and said, well, actually my girlfriend wants to invite some people. Okay, a couple of people more, it's okay. And then it turned out to be like a 12-13 people party, and then I had to suddenly make sushi for these people, which was okay for me, perfectly okay, but it became a bigger party.
You were a bit stressed that you
But
had
anyway,
to
that's
feed.
my point of view. I had no idea about this side of the story. So I was more concerned about.
It was also not a big deal on our side. She wanted to introduce us. I said, okay, let's do this through just a gathering, like a normal meeting.
Yeah.
So yeah, that night I appeared later than the invitation time. Then I was also a bit late because I couldn't find the way to their apartment. Anywho, I arrived and I saw him alone in the kitchen. It was an open kitchen, so he wasn't really away from people, but he was the only one in the kitchen trying to make sushi. And I think I would do the same. It was him or somebody else, I would exactly do the same. And I went to him and I said, hey, do you need help? Because I knew how to make sushi. He looked at me and said, okay. And he didn't believe me, I think, when I said, I know how to make sushi. Yeah, then I helped him to make sushi. And we made sushi and we kept talking when we were making sushi. And then we fed people. And somehow all night we kept talking to each other. Right?
Yeah.
And that's how we met.
Simple story.
But you didn't know anything that actually I was checking him out.
No, I had no idea.
And I was positively impressed that I wasn't expecting anything of it. And I was like, oh, he's a nice guy. Okay. But yeah, nothing happened. We went home and then a week after, I think you called me. Even though we didn't exchange numbers. And then you called me a week after. And then I said, I'm sick, I cannot. You asked me to meet. And I said, I'm sick, I cannot meet, but I'm going to run a marathon.
Yeah, that was very convincing.
Not a marathon, it was a 5K running in the winter, Christmas running.
Yeah, that was a very convincing way to take a rain check. I was like, okay.
So he thought
That's how it is.
Yeah, I was not willing to, but I was sick, but then I committed to this Christmas run. I had to do it in my own.
And it was like quite cold, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a -5 or 6 that day.
I don't remember.
I'm like, okay,
she's making this up.
But she's gonna run. Plus this equals, okay.
She doesn't want it.
She's not interested.
No, I was interested, but anyway. And then I had to go on a trip.
Exactly. I was like, then next week, no, because I'm going away.
We were both open-minded. I think what got me really interested in Tomo, that I saw this openness in him. And I also knew the Japanese culture. Probably with anyone else, I don't know how it would go, this kind of arrangement, but I knew Japanese people since I was 12 years old. That's another story to share. I had pen pals and I had other experiences even in my little hometown. So I really liked Japanese people, so not that I thought of I would one day marry one, but especially my sister is quite keen on Japanese culture. She already know how to speak somewhat level of Japanese. She learned when she was 20, so I was always under the influence of learning Japanese culture, so that's why I knew how to make sushi and so on. So that wasn't so unthinkable to get to know someone Japanese or give some space when you met someone Japanese to let them, slowly take their time until they feel confident or trusting you to take another step. So I didn't rush anything with Tomo. I just listened to him. We go on several dates together. We became friends. I knew I should take some time until we got to know each other.
From my side, I cannot say the same in terms of me with the Turkish connection.
Yeah, you had no idea
Turkey
what
was
Turkey
totally foreign to me. I had like a classmate in university in the US who was Turkish. And all I remember is that they're always yelling at each other. And apparently now I understood that they're not fighting. They're just talking to each other. I had the impression that, wow, okay, Turkish people really, there's, well, I don't know Turkish people, but these guys were fighting each other or arguing each other all the time.
I don't know what you're talking
But then I realized now that they were just passionately talking normally. So
now
it's
this is your
interesting.
life.
Yeah, that's something I learned.
So to come to the point, why we're still in Switzerland. Yes, we met each other here. Yeah, we decided to live in Switzerland. I mean, it wasn't a decision. We were just here and we had jobs and now we have Kai. We were here, this was our home and we didn't change it. And we didn't see the need to change it, but maybe in the future it will change. We don't know that yet. But Switzerland is a great place to be. For that, you can watch our other video again if you haven't, to see why we live in Switzerland. So that's how we met. And probably next video we will talk about what are the commonalities and what are the differences between Turkish and Japanese culture. I don't feel like so, you know, romantic right now after Kai bulldozed us. But I love you. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. And see us in the next video.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Cheers.